I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
I'm thinking Margie just pulled up. Yep, she did. She said she was going to be here. And okay, noting of the roll.
Roll's noted.
And that is Margie. Okay. Approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Charles. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, hearing none. Item 5, public comment on items not on the agenda. Seeing no public comment at this time, we'll move on to item number 6. Item number 6, new business. A 2022 poverty hardship exemption application. Leanne, are you here to present something this morning?
I am.
Did you step up to the mic so the camera guy can record us?
So everyone got the email? Did everyone review the email? Does anyone have any questions for me?
The only change on this was highlighted
Correct.
and the new verbiage was instilled
Correct.
in the new packet that you sent.
Yes, it was a result of the AMAR audit from the state. So the state is on our 5-year cycle at the county. And this year's cyclical was the poverty application.
Okay.
So they were not happy with the wording on the poverty applications and the 32 units that the county does the assessing for.
In the
So
four
of the 32 units, 29 of our county applications failed. And of the 29, they all failed for the same wording.
Or what?
The same wording. So it's the second piece of property. If you own more than one piece of property, ours was a hard fail. We had to move that piece of property to an asset. So that was, if you see that on the highlighting, it's still in there. It's on the state application. It's under number 3 on the application. We just had it as a reason that you cannot be granted an application.
Okay.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
The 4 applicants we have so far, they're okay, they don't have to resubmit.
Yes, we have not had anyone that has had a second piece of property that has applied.
So they're able to be considered on their merits.
Correct. 2018 was the last time someone has had that on their application.
Trustee Charles.
Joe, how many applicants have we received
4.
in Oxford Township?
Correct. This year we have received 4. We have not looked at any. No one has gone. We don't look at them until July, but we have received 4 to date.
Any other questions?
One here.
Yes, sir.
Has the state looked at this and made sure that we're good before we approve this?
Yes, the state gave us the correct wording to use on the 29, and we are taking their approved wording.
Okay.
And my question is, had we not called this special meeting and had we not done this, we would have had to had
What they call a corrective action plan. So they gave us until the 24th of June to call the special meeting and correct it. Had we not called this meeting, we would have what they call failed the AMAR. We would have had to submit then to the state of Michigan a corrective action plan. We could have held this meeting then in July at the normal township board meeting, had more time to do this, submitted the plan to the state, adopted this same wording, and then gone. But we would have gone into the state books as failing the audit for this year.
Okay, that's one, the point I wanted to make is we don't want
Correct.
to fail on
We do
that.
not want to fail the audit.
Okay.
Jack, one more.
Yes, Treasurer
At
Ferrari.
least structurally, this doesn't really change anything,
It's
correct?
changed nothing. Our asset test is still the same. It's still the same $60,000. We are just saying if they own more than one piece of property, we are then moving it to an asset. They still have to tell us that piece of property. If the value then is over the $60,000 limit, then they do not qualify.
It's basically a semantics issue.
It is basically semantics, correct.
I move to approve the updated Oxford Township 2022 poverty hardship exemption application as presented.
Second. I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Payne. Are there any questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Colvin.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
What? Yes.
Trustee Noel.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Supervisor Curtis.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. And Trustee Charles.
Yes.
Okay, item 6B, amended resolution adopting the policy relative to the review and granting of poverty exemptions by the Oxford Township Board of Review. Thank you for standing up there still, Leanne. We can go through this one.
This one's a pretty easy one. We added number 4, which was not on there. It just puts the asset test in there. It just says the total value of our assets being $60,000. It was just not in the original one that you signed last year. It just clearly states out that we are limiting anyone with assets above $60,000 from being able to qualify. It just clearly states in the resolution that anyone that comes in, so the state came to our resolution and said, why do you not have your dollar value listed on the township's resolution?
Okay, so again, failure to complete this
Failure
would be
to
a
complete
failure of-
because they wanted to know, so if you look, they want to know how much we're granting, and we have the 25 or 50%, which is clearly listed in there, but they also want to know what our cap for dollar assets is, and we did not have a $60,000.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions from the board for Leanne?
Lee, we do have a Word copy of this document, right?
Yes, Curtis has that.
I'm gonna have to get with Curtis and get my stuff all updated for when the
Correct.
folks come in.
We just wanted you to see the one piece
Sure.
that we were adding in there.
I move to approve the amended resolution adopting policy relative to the review and granting of poverty exemptions by the Oxford Township Board of Review as presented.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari and a second by Trustee Nold. Are there any questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Charles.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Supervisor Curtis.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Trustee Noel.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
And Trustee Colvin.
Okay, item 6C, since we were having a special board meeting, we received a notice of leaving the employment of Oxford Township. To whom it may concern, please consider this my 14-day notice of resignation of employment with the Charter Township of Oxford. I have decided to pursue other interests which preclude my administrative position with the township. So Lori Lowe has given us 14-day notice. Curtis, what would be her last day at work be?
Based on the date of the letter, would be June 30th.
June 30th is her last day of employment. Should we look to accept her notice of resignation?
Jack, is she working on a transition right now to bring other folks up to speed?
No. We have other people. Analia is up to speed.
Okay, good.
And working from 9 to 3. I have Danielle is been training in the building department for the last few days. Tim is on vacation this week, and when he returns next week, we will have 3 competent people working there. And we'll just go through and accept the letter of resignation effective June 30th, 2022.
So they can handle it until we get the new person hired.
Yes.
Perfect. I move to approve the resignation of Lori Lowe with regrets from the Charter Township of Oxford effective June 30th, 2022.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Nold. Are there any questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none. Board members, item 6D, authorization for Tim London to fill the administrative assistant to the building department vacancy. As you know, the resignation we just accepted for Lori Lowe for the administrative assistant needs to be filled. I'm requesting that Tim London be authorized to recruit and fill this position. The position will be based on the new compensatory time or payroll framing, not the old class where you hired them in at a step and a grade. We would like to hire an administrative assistant to the building department and pay her based on her or his administrative skills.
Jack, in the motion has you involved in the process. Do you want to be in that process?
Yes.
Okay. I move to authorize building official Tim London and Supervisor Jack Curtis seek and hire a new full-time administrative assistant to the building department and offer the position to the person they believe is best suited for the position. The wage or salary will be compensatory to the candidate's experience and qualifications. The selected candidate will receive all the fringe benefits granted to other full-time Oxford Township employees.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Nold. Are there any questions?
I have one.
Yes, sir, Trustee Charles.
What's the timeline?
We're going to seek candidates from the candidate pool from our previous resume gathering and review those. And then, if we find none there, we will immediately go out and post for the position. But we do have a bank of resumes from when the administrative assistant to the supervisor and for the planning and zoning. We got a lot of building people in there with some experience that we may be able to still hire if the interest is still there. So, roll call, please.
Trustee Colvin.
Yes.
Trustee Nold.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Trustee Charles.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes, and Supervisor Curtis.
Yes. Item 7, public comment. Seeing none. Number 8, trustee comments. I'll start off with Trustee Charles.
No comments?
Clerk Wright.
No comment.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Just waiting for Oxford Schools to give me a final sign L4029 so we can get going in the tax bill printing process.
Do you need help with that?
As they come in, yes, probably next week.
Okay, you just let us know because we'll be ready.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Trustee Nold.
No comment, thank you.
Trustee Payne.
No comment.
And Trustee Colvin.
No comment.
Okay, I just have one comment. Tough Mudder went off without a hitch. No police incidences, no fire incidences. A few social media posts about music at 8 o'clock in the morning, but all in all, they gathered about. It was close to 7,000 people that came to Oxford, and it was a well attended event, a well orchestrated event, and we have another one similar to it in July coming. It's Spartan, and Spartan is the parent company of the Tough Mudder, but we have all escrow accounts collected before the event, and I think we'll be paying some money back to them. So we always get more money than we need, and then we pay them back, and it's no cost to the taxpayers. That's my only comment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, second by Trustee Payne. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, hearing none. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for making this meeting this morning. It was just we had to do it so we didn't fail an audit. And I appreciate you coming in early